I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, Debbie Hoffman. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm excellent. I'm really glad to connect with you. It's a great pleasure to connect. What part of the world are you in right now?
I live in Northern California in the East Bay of San Francisco.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
Well, I have been recently anointed the Queen of Follow-Up, and this is one of the big, major skills and things that I teach people how to do is how to follow up with prospects to grow your business and get more clients. So that's my big talent.
Yeah, well, definitely. Well, I'm guessing you got to this point after going through a series of things, right? Tell us a bit more. Who did you learn that skill from to be that person?
Well, I actually worked on Wall Street for 20 years, and we were kind of on our own. So I actually created it myself, believe it or not. It was just an innate skill. It was just something that I just did naturally. And I didn't realize it till later, but looking back, it was one of the reasons why I was so successful there, because they say the fortune's in the follow-up, and that's what I'm really, really good at. So I just figured it out as I went along and developed my system.
That's intriguing. Yeah, well, explain to us what the follow-up looks like, please.
Well, it's all about having a system in place so that you know what to do and what to say at every step of the way. And I come from a place of servant leadership. So it's not about push, sell, because in our day and age, that just doesn't work. So it's really about finding out what people need and seeing if there's a good fit, that if you have a solution to solve their need. So it's a whole process that, I coach my clients on how to build a relationship and never give up, because you never know if something is getting in someone's way that's preventing them from getting back to you. People make up all these stories about why people aren't returning their calls, and they're all fabricated most of the time.
I'd share, just to expand on what you're saying there, on the podcast, we've had a number of cancellations that do occur. We're booking average hundreds of people, right? And it's intriguing, like with the software I use, which is Calendly for our booking, when someone cancels or reschedules, there's an option to give a reason. And at one point I used to be like, someone canceled, right? Someone canceled because I have this goal, right? I have this goal to have 800 conversations on this particular quest in 12 weeks. But when I started seeing the reasons, like, sorry, I can't make it, my son had to have surgery, or sorry, I can't make it, I dislocated my shoulder, or sorry, I had internal bleeding. It helped me get out of my own way, right? Just to expand what you're expressing with the follow-up. Sometimes, and I now say religiously, life happens. Yeah. So someone says, hey, I can't make it. Okay, cool. Life happens. Because I really believe as well, you are connected and you will connect with the people you have to connect at the time that you can connect with them. Of course, you put yourself out there, right? But do not get over yourself, I would say. Do you agree with that?
Totally. Because it's the limiting beliefs and the fears and the stories that stop people dead in their tracks when they're following up. So it's a big, big part of it. And people don't have the skills. They don't know what to do. They've never been taught. A lot of people haven't been taught these skills. So they're passionate about their business. They love what they do, but they don't know, like they're the best kept secret because they're not out there following up with people and getting their gift out and making the impact that they're here to make. And that's what I'm all about.
Yeah, love it.
It's helping people to do that.
Yeah, where's the best place for people to connect with you, Debbie?
Well, my website is www.powerupyourfollowup.com, powerupyourfollowup.com, and there's a contact tab there, and they can get in touch with me there. Or they can just email me at debbie@powerupyourfollowup.com.
Love it. And tell me one other thing, Debbie, you've done consistently over the last 3 years.
Well, as I've been building this business, one of the things that I've done over and over and over again as I'm following up with people is building relationships and providing value. And the reason I'm teaching that to people is because when you come from that place of always wanting to build the relationships and provide value, you're going to build a deeper connection and the trust. We've all heard that people do business with people they love, they know, like, and trust. And so when you're making it about them and getting curious and finding out what their needs are and building a relationship, they're going to want to be there for you in whatever way they can to help you. And so it's been the biggest part of my success is coming from that place.
How does that make you feel?
It feels really good. It feels really good because I'm providing value to people. I'm helping them. I'm not just trying to sell them something. I'm really building the relationship. It feels really good.
Amazing audience, you're hearing it live here from Debbie Hoffman. Again, you can connect with her by going to powerupyourfollowup.com. Debbie, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. Debbie, what is your earliest childhood memory?
Oh, I love that visual. So the earliest childhood memory I have is after dinner, my father and I would take a walk, but my feet would be on his feet and I'd be facing him. So when he walked, we walked together. I don't know if you can visualize this, but it was just this beautiful thing that really connected us. And my dad wasn't a very open, warm person. And so I don't have a lot of great memories of being really close with him, but that was just a beautiful memory that I have of being with him after dinner because he loved to walk. And that now I love walking and hiking, and I know I got that from him.
So how old were you at that particular time?
Oh my gosh, I was probably 5 or 6 when we started doing it. Yeah.
Why do you think this memory is so clear, and how do you see it connecting to who you are today?
Well, it's so clear because there weren't many moments where I felt that close and connected to him. And this was something that he loved to do. He loved to walk, and he did that his whole life. And so it was just a very special time. It was just me and him, and it was fun, and I felt really loved. And it's just, made me realize throughout the years, again, that it's all about building relationships and opening up your heart and showing people you care about them.
Can I offer an interpretation to the thought picture you created in my mind?
Sure.
I love the idea of servant leadership, and I also love the idea of what servant leadership can look like. You spoke of how you're not selling people, right? You're building relationships. So to see you as a child facing your father, so you were facing him, right, while he was walking. To see you facing him and what looks like you're not going forward, or what could feel like you're not going forward, but the trust that's in there, as well as the idea that because he's doing that, because you're standing on the feet of what can look like the giant, you're actually powering up.
I love that. That's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
You're welcome. If we fast forwarded to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
Wow. Well, I was a Crosby, Still, Nash & Young fan, and there were many songs, but Carry On was, Carry On, Love is Coming to Us all. So that was my favorite song.
Amazing how it connects, right?
Yeah.
You're carrying on, right?
For sure.
There we go. Well, Debbie, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there's a small declaration form, so it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, Debbie?
Yes.
Debbie, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
Well, many people have. I've been passing my skills on to all my clients. Yes.
Are you married?
Yes.
And do you have children?
I do.
Do you believe in God?
I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
For sure. They're my heroes.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
I do not.
How about 3 hours a week?
Yes.
What about screen time? The phone and or the computer, is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
8 or more. Unfortunately.
Well, Debbie, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents Debbie Hoffman, what would you say that is?
Oh, wow. Well, I think I've already shared it, is that, when you come from a place of wanting to when getting curious and asking questions and learning about people, you'll build really deep relationships that will last forever.
Love it. Debbie, this has been a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Well, I would just love to have your audience connect with me if they're entrepreneurs and they want to, approach their business from a more heart-centered place and make a real difference in the world. So that's what I'd like to leave your audience with.
Love it. And again, that's at powerupyourfollowup.com. Debbie Hoffman, thank you, my friend, for being on What is Inspired by 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thank you, Angel. It's been a pleasure. Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you for being on 12-Minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.